Hi! It's tea and chat time, and as always when we do tea and chat, it feels like forever, and I think this time it has been forever. So we were thinking the last time we did a roundup as such was my Queen's speech in the New Year. That came out in the New Year.
First day of the year.
Start the year strong. But the last time we did a tea and chat, the two of us, was November.
I think November, October, something like that.
Which is like the distant past. It was so long ago. But we're not looking back. This is all about 2025 now.
Yes.
It's happening. The year has started with a bang.
It has. I feel like we were looking back at what we need to cover today. We've done a lot.
I know. Like, oh, that. No,
It's
surely
only
that
April,
was last year.
yeah.
Nope, it wasn't. It was a month ago.
Incredible.
So yes,
we
so
look
tea and
back.
chats in
Yes.
general, if you haven't seen one before, we basically just natter through what has been happening in the last few months, any releases, any teen things we've been doing, lots of stuff on talking through what we've done on Stitch School as well, and usually a little sneaky look to the future as well, which is always quite fun. So, first things first, was actually Adele, bringing Adele into the real world.
Thank you. Yes. So Adele, the Adele top, which is one of my favourite knit tops, made it many times. It used to be in 2024, it was the VIP only sewing pattern. So in 2025 she became available to all to buy, and yeah, she's lovely, super quick make, so good for like a t-shirt that's a little bit, it's got a little something.
Yeah, levelled up t-shirt, isn't it? When you want to be comfy but actually you want to look a bit smarter.
A bit nice. Ballerina top, it has been described to me a few times.
That's it. We were at the Stitch Festival really recently.
What's your ballerina top? I was like, what is the... Adele. Yes, she does look like a ballerina top. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, so that came out into the real world, came out to everyone, which is always nice to see, I think. Feels like she's spread her wings now.
Oh.
But then, after Adele, we had our first pattern release of the year.
Proper new sewing pattern, dressmaking pattern.
Yeah, first jersey pattern we've had in a little while. If I'm
actually,
thinking right.
In ages,
yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, I definitely
2024
feel...
was not jersey, Carly, sorry.
Carly,
Carly, September. But yeah, that's a jump, isn't it? September to January.
It is.
There you go.
So Holly is a dress and a jumper.
With two versions of each.
Midi dress, mini dress, sort of hip length jumper, and then a little cropped jumper, waisted jumper with a band at the bottom. Raglan sleeves, little funnel neck. You've got a lovely little dart on the shoulder. Slightly gathered sleeve into a little cuff. Very quick to make.
Yes.
Oh, and on the dresses, our favourite little thing is you have the option of putting in a little bit of elastic at either side seam, and it just gives you that silhouette if you want it. Because
lots of people have made it without, and it looks really lovely.
It's a nice sort of more, it's still shaped.
Yeah.
But it's slightly looser fit. But yeah, the elastic just gives you that little bit of...
It just looks a bit different. I really like it.
It is, yeah. It's slightly different. And you can obviously choose how tight it is.
Yes,
or
exactly.
You could just have it cinched in a little bit. You could even like put it with a
adjustable.
safety pin.
Oh yeah, true.
Or something fancy, put some ribbon through instead.
So you can tie it closer, tighter or looser.
And then you're like, off to Sunday lunch, open this up.
I like that. Yeah, but it's a pretty... What we loved, we wanted to start the year, because usually us, and I think many people, Sojo is not at its strongest in January at all. So we wanted something that was quick and, that instant satisfaction of having made something, but not just a t-shirt, just something a little bit more interesting.
Absolutely.
That is also extremely comfortable to wear and warm, because January is just like
chilly and a bit grey,
and we just wanted a satisfaction, low effort, high satisfaction or something, high returns. I don't know how to say it, but
whatever that saying
is, that's what Holly. It is. And I think you guys agreed, because it did well. Yeah,
very well
really
received,
nice.
Which was really, really lovely to see. And we had kits as well, as always. We had, I think, the kits that matched Diana's
like a burgundy.
flew out. I think it's so
Yes, they
nice
did.
when you can see them.
That's true.
And the ones that match, we have the ones that match Lena's jumper, the mustardy one.
Waffly textured,
Waffly.
yeah,
So
really
nice
cool.
to
Love
sew.
that. Love that.
Thought it was going to be fiddly, but it's not.
Imagine.
I've made one in the rust,
Rust, that's true.
which is really, really nice.
Yeah, I think holly was good for, it's great for like Ponte di Roma fabrics, but if you can find something that has a bit of texture, or you've got like a jacquard ponte.
So good, such a find.
Really
a little
good
scrap
find.
of fabric that I
Right.
found in a random fabric warehouse, basically.
Yes.
And because I was buying for work, so I bought quite a lot. Then I got the little scrap free, so it was just a little freebie of a random bit of
I think I'm
jacquard
saying it was
jersey.
jacquard something.
Yeah,
But quite weighty, so yeah.
yeah, it's perfect. I love it.
Really lovely. So that was holly.
Holly.
That was the first official dressmaking pattern of the year. And then, of course, we always have little extras. So before we get to the second pattern of the year, there was a lot of stuff in between.
There was. So I think after that we moved on to Stitch School for our next release edition. So we added the Ultimate T-shirt to Stitch School, and of course, if we add a pattern by way of a workshop or a masterclass to Stitch School, then all our subscribers instantly get access to it. So it's just like beefing up the value of Stitch School every single time. And it wasn't just the Ultimate T-shirt, it was also the add-on.
The roll neck.
Yes, so you got
Favourite.
roll neck, scoop neck, V-neck and crew neck.
And short elbow.
Yeah.
3/4 and long sleeve.
And long sleeves.
That's a lot of combinations that you
That's
can make.
And we covered every single neckline in the class. So you can see exactly how to do them, especially with the V, I think is maybe the fiddliest.
Yeah.
So you can see exactly how that works.
And then you also covered some fun hacks.
I did.
Easy hacks.
Very easy hacks, but sometimes you just need
Some guidance.
Yeah. You just can't be bothered. Sometimes you just can't be bothered to work it out yourself. I know the feeling.
Yeah. Enter the Stitch School workshop.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so we've got one to make it into a dress, whatever length you want.
Love
Just
the one
extend-
you made.
I love it. I love that version.
I think you wear it in the class, right? Did
I
you
do.
teach in it? Yeah.
I do, yes.
Really cool.
Like that marbly jersey. Works perfectly. And we did another hack that I cannot remember what it
I
is.
want to do it, so it's fresh in my mind. I really want to do it. I've just bought some very plain white jersey. Can you imagine? But it's because I want to make the ringer tee version.
Oh, cute.
So the ringer tee is like a 70s thing, I think.
Yeah.
So very normal, very simple crew neck t-shirt, but you use a different colour for the
That's it.
neckline and then add little
cuff.
bands, cuffs,
Yeah.
but like very narrow, right? To
Yeah.
match the neckband kind of thing.
Yeah.
To the sleeves. So yeah, I've that's on my extensive list of things I want to make, but I really want to
Do you
follow
know
your
what?
little tutorial. Well, it'll be whatever I have in my stash, so I'm gonna guess it's pink because that would be so useful for tiny bits of jersey that are in my stash.
Yeah, exactly.
Just get the neckbands and cuffs out of
That's
it. So cute.
Really,
It
really
looks
cute.
so cute with jeans. Ah.
I know, and you
Stop
reminded
it.
me because we teach. Yeah, we go through how to draft the measurements for the cuff. That's the extra bit.
Because
So
it is a little bit tighter,
Yeah.
right? It's not just copying the length of the sleeve, right?
exactly that. It's almost like a neckband where you get that sort of slightly pulled in.
That's
look.
why you need the
vibe.
tutorial. I could make it up, but Rosie's going to tell me exactly how to do it, so I can't wait.
Yeah, exactly.
So that was the Ultimate T-shirt. And we should say that we've got plans to like really beef up Stitch School.
Yes, I think 2025 is like
Yeah.
the year of Stitch School. It is non-stop
Yeah.
filming
We've got
and
so much
editing and planning. And it's quite exciting.
It's very exciting, and we did have, having done survey not a huge long time ago, we did see that a lot of you really like Stitch School classes that include a pattern.
Absolutely.
That is a big favourite, and so we're doing a lot of that.
Yes. Yeah.
This year is good for that.
I know, that's it. If you want to join Stitch
Yeah.
School, now is definitely the time because there's so much new stuff coming up. And like you
Honestly.
say, so many patterns.
So many patterns, which is just, you know,
Yeah.
that's a big saving. If you like our patterns, that's a good way of
It
getting
is.
them, basically.
And then usually there's always a bit of fitting as well.
Yes.
So if there's any sort of fitting troubles you might be thinking about, usually we'll include the most important ones, but also we are always open to people giving us an email and saying,
yes, please do.
You've never talked about this fitting issue that I have. Please can you talk about it?
Then we'll do a class. It's actually very handy for us if you ask questions, because then we know what tutorials we should bring to Stitch School and things like that. So
that's it.
Bring them in, bring them on.
And saying on the same vein, so we're 3 months in, and there's been another pattern added to Stitch School already.
Oh my god, already? Yeah, so Ultimate T-shirt came out and we were like, let's just do another one.
Yeah.
And this was quite special,
one.
because we brought Lisa Comfort back in to teach her favourite dress, basically, which is one of the first sew rip patterns that's so loved by the sewing community. And it is, of course, the Betty dress. Gorgeous. And Lisa talks you through, it's a workshop again, so through every single version of the Betty dress and the add-on, which is different necklines and sleeves.
Different sleeves. Yeah,
new
just
sleeves. Yeah. Which is really good, because Betty is one of those that is so classic, sleeveless, but a lot of people don't like wearing sleeveless things, so that's why the add-on came out.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Or if you're wearing it at a different time of the year, it makes it
Christmas
winterproof. Perfect. So again, she does some more fitting things in that as well. And we made up in the class the new sample for Diana, which just looked so perfect.
So beautiful on her. I was really happy about that.
It was really, really lovely. So again, that's another thing that's like, whoop, onto Stitch School, if you remember.
And it felt so logical for Betty, the Betty dress to be on Stitch School. It just made sense. We were like, oh, have we not done the Betty dress?
It felt like it was almost missing, wasn't it? It's like, we need to do this quick.
Yeah, also because it's a lot of people's first proper pattern that they've made. So many people, when we brought out the class, were like, this is the dress that got me into sewing.
Yes.
This was my very first dress, which is beautiful. And from that, from talking about making the class and all of that, we were like, oh, none of us in the team have ever made a Betty for ourselves. We've made samples and things. Yeah. I actually haven't, but you've made plenty of samples. And we suddenly realised this is a little opportunity maybe of doing another club. So last year, in 2024, Chloe and I made the jeans, which I'm wearing. I honestly wear them all the time. Best investment of time ever for the return, because it's, I mean, I didn't wear jeans for years because I didn't have a pair that fitted me, and I took my time with these, and love them. Anyway, we did the club, which was very well received.
Yes.
There was a lot of you saying, we find this so interesting, seeing the fitting on different bodies and how you go about it, because you might not have the same exact fitting adjustments that you need to do, but we think it's very useful to see someone reason through what adjustments they do, so that you can start thinking about fitting in a different way. And so 2025 will be the year of Betty Club. So we've done a few already. We've already tackled lots of fitting stuff.
Yes, we have. We dove straight in with the fitting. And with Betty, very different from the jeans, which is all about fitting around here. Betty is all about fitting around here. Because the skirt is just a circle skirt. Which is, as long as you get the waist measurement to fit you, then that's it. You can everything else will fit because it's very roomy, but the important bit is the shoulders and the bust. Exactly, and I think it works quite well because we all end up doing different things. So we've got a nice variety of body shapes and sizes, and hopefully you'll see maybe elements of yourself in one of us, or this, that and the other, but also it is, I think, a lot about the process.
The process is the approach, I think.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think about fitting for ages, and then if a pattern wouldn't look right straight away, I just got really sad about it.
Yeah, you get disheartened.
For years you get disheartened, and then when you unlock the thing that works for you, and it will be different for each pattern company. So every pattern company uses a different block. Which is like the basic shape.
Base
shape is not even size, is like shape, right?
Yeah.
So Proportions, that's good. Yes, very good. And so it will be different for every pattern company, but what you end up realizing is, this change works for me every time with sew over patterns.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
And that means that the next pattern that you tackle, you know where to start. And it will just make such a difference to how things come out and how often you wear them. That's something
Absolutely.
huge. Like how well something fits will mean you wear it more.
Such a difference. Yeah, exactly. So hopefully we're normalising the fitting process.
That's what we want to do.
Yes, and we did speak to, we were at the Stitch Festival, and we did speak to a lot of people at the Stitch Festival that mentioned it, and mentioned that even though it wasn't, they didn't look like us, or they had a different shape, or they had different sort of style even, that they liked just seeing fitting. So
on more different people, so there'll be more of that.
Lots more of that.
There'll be, I think, so we've all done our first like sort of bodice toiles, but there'll be wearable toiles. We'll then talk more about we're all using very different fabrics and styles. Yeah. So it's going to go more into that, which is very exciting to see.
I know, that's really good.
I can't wait for the reveal day. Like when we have our 4 betters, it's going to be so different.
I know, they are.
I love that.
And I think it's that as well as the nice side of seeing like where a sewing pattern can go. Just go in a million different directions. So you could look at Betty and go, not for me.
Actually,
and it's not the sort of thing I would usually wear, but I'm very excited about the version I'm making.
Yeah.
So
am I. Extremely excited. And we'll see where I wear mine. It's very extra. But stay tuned on Betty Club, that's here on YouTube, and we'll trickle them in basically.
Yeah, in the next few months.
There's a lot of sewing going on at all times, so we have to fit that in.
Yeah.
Here and there, around other stuff. There's plenty more to look forward to with Betty Club. And it was nice because it came out of the Stitch School class.
Yes, that's what started it. Yeah, that's lovely that. And staying on YouTube, we've had a couple more of our history.
Yes, we have.
Very indulgent history vlogs. Obviously, we'll pop links down for people to go to places.
I'll link to the playlists of the Betty Club and history vlogs so you can watch them all.
Perfect. So most recent ones that I can remember, we did
prehistoric
sewing. Loved it. And we also did our hometown meals.
Oh yes, of course. That was this year. Again, that was like ages ago. Oh, I love that one.
Yeah, and they are, we will say, a super indulgent, fairly light touch of research, but hopefully interesting ramble on a interesting topic.
Yes. And what I love with the hometown meals, for example, what I absolutely love is that you and I focused on places where we grew up.
Yeah.
Talking about the fabric production where we grew up. And lots of people underneath just commented, this inspired me to look into my area. Turns out there's 3 silk mills or something near me, and I didn't know. I love that. That's exactly what we're doing with this.
And then with the prehistoric one, we got book recommendations about
fiction books.
Fiction, archaeology that had a sewing element to it.
I love that. I love that so much.
Just share.
It's just a community thing, isn't it? Yeah. It's really interesting, and it can go in so many different directions, and it's about, I think, awakening a curiosity about our hobby.
I think so.
Because it's something,
really nice way to put it. Yeah.
We just do it day in, day out. Isn't it nice to stop and think, I wonder where this comes from, this needle, but how did we end up with this needle? Why is it like this? Who invented this stitch? Maybe something that we could look into.
And then it always seems to link into like socio-economical and political things. A lot of feminism.
Yes.
A lot
of King Louis XIV in France.
He pops up in every single one.
It's so funny. He's like, me again.
Yeah, guess what? He's a big part of this world.
He's such a big part of
Who
this
knew?
world. It's very
and
funny.
I think the last thing on YouTube maybe is that we've been doing a lot more team makes vlogs because we've been doing a lot of sewing.
So much
So we're like, well, why don't we share
what we're making? The last one we did, we all made our new pattern. This might lead us nicely into the second dressmaking pattern of the year.
Yes.
Which is the Amy shirt. Which you're wearing, of course, beautiful. But yeah, so for that particular sewing day, we were like, well, the launch is coming up. Why don't we all make a new pattern? Because we all love it. We've made it a lot.
Yeah.
Tell us everything about the Amy shirt.
So Amy is like a elevated classic shirt. She's one step better, I think, than a normal shirt.
Yeah.
I would say that, obviously. But she has 2 versions. So the version I'm wearing is version 1. It's got a nice sharp collar. It's got a pocket and a little pen pocket. In general, it's got the kind of sharper features that you'd find on a shirt. It's got pleats at the back and it's got sort of squared off cuffs as well. And then we've got a version which is just like soft and sumptuous and romantic.
Beautiful.
Version 2 has a really gently scalloped collar and a rounded pocket, rounded cuffs and gathers at the back. And then that's perfect for the floaty viscoses and crepes.
The back really changes it, doesn't it?
I was thinking,
like it's such a different effect.
Yes.
It's more blouse, I guess.
Yeah,
blouse leaning.
Blouse leaning.
Blouse leaning.
Let's feel blouse leaning.
It's just amazing to I think all the details obviously change it, but the back is quite striking how much of a difference it makes to have pleats.
Sort of style wise, looks very different. It's kind of a slightly relaxed fit. But still looks neat and tidy, done up, tucked into something, feels very neat and tidy, but I love that it's big enough to be an overshirt as well.
It looks beautiful. I wear it a lot. Yeah, I love that.
So I've got this one, I've got my one with Pussy Cats on, that was in the team makes.
Yes.
I've got the one with the split button placket that we did a Stitch School video for when Amy came out. And then I've got a lovely blue and white striped cotton. Because I want to do something to it, and I don't know what the special something is.
So this is the thing, like it's a great starting point, I think, for customization.
Exactly.
Because, I mean, obviously in a beautiful print like you're wearing today, that's the print's doing all the job.
Yeah.
But it's gorgeous to have maybe a plainer one, like the stripes that you're thinking, and then maybe add some piping, which you did on the cats one, to be fair.
Yeah. We were talking about rickrack this morning.
Rickrack, I think I'd like to try some rickrack peeking out of the collar.
Yeah.
You could have fun with buttons, so I made my plain chambray version with really pretty pigeon wishes buttons.
Yeah, that's so good.
And then also Chloe embroidered it, which really helps elevate that.
That did.
That did a lot from that shirt.
It's doing a lot of the heavy lifting.
A lot of the heavy lifting was done by Chloe. And which also brings us into the embroidery class. So.
Yeah, our latest addition to Stitch School, I think.
Good.
Is Chloe's first foray into Stitch School teaching. So you might not know that Chloe is a teacher by trade.
Yes,
true. So it just made total sense for her to step in front of the camera. And she's an absolute natural.
She's such a natural. And how did the idea for the embroidery come about? Because I can't quite remember.
I've got a feeling it was Chloe that brought it up. And Chloe's often doing a lot of personalisation of stuff and just secretly working away on things, and she'll come in and it'll have something extra going on in it.
So true.
And then we were talking about embroidery and we were talking about our patterns, and obviously we developed things so far in advance, so this is months and months ago. And then it all sort of started to just fall together that maybe if it sort of came out at the time as the Amy shirt, we could embroider shirts. She's got her gorgeous green version.
I'm obsessed with it.
That's it.
So beautiful. And yeah, I think embroidery is very different from dressmaking. So we thought there's probably a lot of people like us, like the rest of us in this office, that sew but have never given a go to embroidery. So what a fun thing to add to Stitch School. A taste of. And I've got plans to watch that class and decorate some Amy's and other things. I love what she did with the hobby bag as well.
Yes, doing monogramming. So pretty. So yeah, in the class, Chloe talks you through a range of embroidery stitches. We kind of called it a mini masterclass.
That's cute.
And it will give you the starting point to go and do basically any embroidery you want, but it also includes templates for the designs that we use in the class as well. So if you're a bit stuck maybe on what you want to do, but you want to have a go at embroidery. Bloody, it is exciting.
So sorry.
Then you can use those to kind of get you on your way.
And it's cute because I think it was Chloe's idea to use
our
designs from our fabrics, right?
Yeah.
My favourite. I think they're all beautiful. But what she did with the elderflower press.
That's my favourite one of the designs anyway.
It's
and
so
it's so
beautiful.
Yeah.
But the way, because I know nothing of embroidery, but the way that she sees like the little knots and things, I need to learn how to do that because I think it looks incredible.
It's very good, and it will all be demystified when you watch the class.
Yes, exactly.
She makes it so straightforward, and we talk about all the things that I think are quite often missed, of like choosing where your pattern should go and what you should think about,
I think
like
that's a big thing.
How do you get that central rather than just being like using your eye, and like how to transfer the pattern onto the fabric so you can carry on embroidering, things like that. So lots of really, really juicy tips.
And also materials, right? Because she's got this paper I'd never heard of that you literally print on your home printer, right?
Yeah.
You print a design. Say you want to use a design of, let's say, a sausage dog, for example.
I wonder where that idea came from.
I wonder what plans she's got. Let's say there's a little sketch of a sausage dog that you'd like to embroider on something. You just print on this magic paper that you then stick.
It feels like it's almost like sticky back plastic. So you take one bit off.
It sticks to your fabric and then you embroider it and then water gets rid of it. I mean, all of this sounds like magic to me.
No, it's
Are they making it up?
There's only one way to find out.
Try it. But yeah, really cool. It's
really, really interesting.
To me, as a complete novice in the world of embroidery, it sounds really, really fascinating, and like it would give me the starting point. For
exactly that. It's one of those classes. It's almost like the couture class as well. It's going to give you a jumping off point, give you the skills to
make it
run
your own.
with it. Yeah, yeah. So that was
love that.
Very, very much fun. Other things that have happened, we've mentioned a bit, was the Stitch Festival.
We went to.
Angel,
yes, it was very, very busy.
Very busy. So nice to see people. It's what we miss from not having a shop, for sure.
But also hearing, do you know, such a cool thing that made me so happy. I was showing someone the Amy shirt and talking about the detail of the pocket, and I said, and it's got this really cute pen pocket, which, you know, is just a fun detail. I don't know how much you're going to use a pen pocket, but I love it. And she went, no, I will actually. I'm a pilot. A pilot? She can fly planes and sew. I mean,
oh my God.
Let this woman run the world.
Yeah.
And she said, I actually always have to carry a pocket, so have to carry a pen. So this shirt is great, and she bought the pattern. I can't wait. I hope she shares it. But it made me so happy.
An Amy shirt in the sky.
In the sky. Oh, that made me so happy. Because to me, the pen pocket is like, it's cute and quirky. No, it's gonna be used. So cool. Yeah, I don't think I shared that.
No,
with the
that's
team.
so good. That's so good.
So cool.
I think my favourite was seeing people that were wearing our patterns.
Yeah.
I love seeing it because I know for a lot of people that go and visit the festivals, then it's an opportunity to wear something nice.
Yeah, obviously.
And maybe show off a little bit.
Yeah.
And I was having my lunch and someone walked past in a Lorna pinafore.
No,
and I was
that's
like,
cool.
oh, that's great. That's great. And then she walked past the stand later and we did
talk about it.
We like your pinafore.
Oh yeah, no, we did. I remember now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't realise you'd seen her before. That's cool.
Really, really nice to see people in our patterns and that they've enjoyed making that is,
it warms our hearts.
It does.
And lots of comments on our vlogs lately,
Yes.
which also, I mean, it's a lot of work to produce stuff, both patterns and content. So it genuinely makes our day when you tell us that you enjoy it and we're not just doing it for ourselves, basically.
No, we're very, very appreciative. So nice. That was lovely. Exhausting as always. The shows always are. You're just on your feet a lot.
Yeah.
And of course, like, chatting a lot is really nice, but you don't realise that you don't do that every day.
No, I think it's social interaction.
Yeah.
It's a lot more than you get throughout the month, I'd say, and suddenly for 4 days it's like, whoo, people. Yeah. So yeah, we needed a bit of time to recover.
Yes.
But I feel like we've recovered now, for sure.
Yeah, we're back in normal life again now.
Yes. And so looking forward, what do we have? Well, we should talk about the fact there's definitely kits that have just come out and coming out. We're doing a lot of kits.
Yes, absolutely.
This year, I think we've really upped our kits game.
We really have. Yes. Yeah, kits with new releases, but we're also shedding some light on older patterns with new kits as well and giving them a little moment in the sun.
And we should say, if there's a pattern that you've got in your head that you're like, oh, I wish they did a kit for that.
Yeah, just tell us.
Tell us, email us, because we kind of go by what's on our mind.
Yes,
right.
That's it.
We kind of choose that way. It's like, oh, this pattern. I've seen a few versions that are really nice. Let's get some kits together. But if you've got one, do drop us an email because always looking for ideas.
That's it. No, we'll pay attention. We'll pay attention. So yeah, more kits. More kits always with new releases, and as I said, with order patterns that we're showing off again. New releases wise, we have got
an extra.
Oh,
it's not a dressmaking, but it's an extra.
We've got a classic extra accessory.
We can say that. Yeah.
Coming very soon.
Very cute.
Love it. Love mine. Been using it non-stop.
Yay.
And we have, I'm going to say we have a dress. I think
yeah, we can say a dress.
It's a dress.
Yeah.
Our next big
dressmaking
pattern will be
stunning.
A lovely, like, spring into summer dress.
I'm going to say very, very, depending on the fabric you make it, it would be an ideal one to wear at a wedding, for example.
Oh, yes.
It could be
classic.
really fancy.
Yes, yeah.
But also it could be quite chill.
That's it, yeah. Another one where, a bit like Amy, where the fabric's going to make such a difference.
So much.
And a couple of versions. One I feel is more sort of smart and neat and classic, and the other one's a little bit softer. And especially in the fabrics that we photographed them in.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah,
they're excellent fabrics.
And I think, did we both get fabrics at the Stitch Festival for a new version?
Yes, we did. Yeah, so that's in the works.
That's in the works.
I'm very excited about mine. My fabric is kind of a bit punky or something, I don't know.
Yeah,
let's describe it something like it's kind of cool, yeah.
Yeah.
But the pattern is pretty. So I like that combination sometimes of getting like pretty pattern with a bit of
an edge.
An edge, yeah.
No, I like that. And then Stitch School wise,
and new patterns coming to Stitch School in summer.
Yes. So I'm going to say we're going to have our next. So we have the Ultimate Guide to Trousers on Stitch School.
Oh God!
And we're going to have another Ultimate Guide.
I skipped.
Oh, you weren't even looking at that one.
I wasn't even talking about that one. That is huge. I'm so excited about that one.
Whopper.
Yeah.
And that's a technical term.
A whopper.
It's going to be a whopper.
And also comes with extended sizing.
Extended sizing
for something and 2 patterns. So yeah, loads. Oh my God.
Yeah.
How did I skip that?
So I think that's the next big thing.
Yeah, on Stitch School.
But then 2 more things in our heads.
In our heads, yeah.
That haven't been done yet.
Yeah.
And of course tutorials dropping all the time.
Which are always a mixture of maybe something that comes with a pattern, maybe something to do with fitting, maybe something to do with a technique. So covering all bases really.
Yeah, exactly that. But I think they're the main things. We've started work in earnest on all the summer patterns. Looking lovely. I've pre-washed all my fabric ready for making a couple of them.
Already? Oh my God, I need to catch up.
With the one with the black and the roses on.
For the
excited, yeah. For the
we can't say. Okay, we won't get into that one.
No, that's
those ones. That's too far.
Yeah.
But basically, coming in the next few months, new patterns, extra and dressmaking, new whopper of a class, plus new tutorials, and definitely lots of kits. More Betty Club. I'm exhausted just talking about it. We better go and do some work. And something to mention is that we've decided to set up what's it called?
Buy me a coffee. So it is a little page where if you should want to, you can make a little contribution just to say thank you for the work that we put in for making all these vlogs. It's completely...
If you can't, you can't. If you can, we'd love you to. And it's just because we've upped our output. We've upped our game on YouTube, and it is a lot of work that has to be worked into other work. So, you know, if you're feeling that way inclined, our cups are empty, you see.
No, literally.
Yours isn't. You're never.
I never drink.
Rosie never drinks a full cup of tea.
Behind the scenes secrets.
Little known fact that I have never ever seen you finish a cup.
Never seen the bottom of my coffee cup.
Never.
You don't know what's under there. No. Always leave, no matter the size of the mug. I don't know why.
It's always half.
Yeah.
Fair.
Sus guys.
But anyway, do have a look at that link below, and if not, just give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. All of those things really help with our vlogs being shown to people that don't know us already.
Exactly that.
And we'd love to get more people, you know, to hear about what we're doing, because we're doing it for you.
Yeah.
We're doing these chats so that hopefully they accompany your sewing time, and that's what I love doing. I put on sewing
just
vlogs.
listen to a nice little rumble in the background.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's how you use these, and hopefully you learn things from when we talk about fitting and things like that. So yeah, we appreciate all support in all its shapes and forms. And yeah, what's left to say? We'll see you again very soon with something else.
We will do. I couldn't tell you what it is right now.
But we'll be back.